So your mind has the power to collect, to retrieve, to replay, to maximize, to minimize. This is the power that your brain has, ladies and gentlemen. All powers of the adversary, the enemy, are on the mind. All of the attacks that the enemy may make against you in your life is for your mind. Can I prove it to you? Satan doesn't grab your hand, he attacks the mind. Why? He doesn't try to destroy your house, he doesn't try to come and take your car, right? He just wants your mind. Because if he can get your mind, he can get the car and house and everything else. And guys, just like any other Saturday, what are we talking about? We're talking about AOTK. So come on now, Facebook, Instagrams, where are we at? Zoom. Okay, somebody type of AOTK in the chat for me, man. I'm excited because the goal of these calls is this, to show people that if you practice God's principles, you can participate in his promises. And I take that message so seriously because I think we give a lot of credit, to personal development books, which is amazing. I think we get a lot of credit. I give a lot of credit to gurus. We give a lot of credit to mentors, which is amazing. But I think more than anything else, the goal here, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're watching on Instagram, welcome, whether you're watching on Facebook, Zoom, doesn't matter. The goal above all else is to show people that if you truly practice God's principles, you can participate in his promises. And so who's excited about that message, man? Somebody type of AOTK. Type of AOTK, man. Come on, get the chat jumping. I know it's early for some of y'all. It's really not, but for some of y'all, it's early on the West Coast. Okay, I know on the East Coast, y'all in the middle of the afternoon. Listen, the first thing I want each and every single one of you to do, I want you to partner with me. Yeah, I'm asking that every single one of you partner with me and hit the share button, right? Somebody go out there and just hit the share button or take a screenshot of this call. I want to give everybody the opportunity. Let everyone else know you're locked in, right? Another leader that you work alongside, right? Somebody that you want to see win, even a family member, a friend. Think of a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle. Say, hey, listen, I really want you to see this. It's going to help you grow, right? I really want you to be a part of this community. It's a free call that's available. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed, right? Everybody take the opportunity now to go ahead and hit the share button. What up? Emmanuel's on the call. I got all kind of people watching, guys. The first thing I want to do is this, right? I'm going to get into some information. And today I'm excited because I'm really about to get into that word, man. I'm really about to get into that word, man. I see Jazz is on the call. Miss Anissa has joined us on the call. Okay, I'm really about to get into this word. But before I do, I just want to show you this. This is the purpose today. This is the topic today. This is what it is that we're discussing, and it's unlocking the abilities of your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, how many guys got some goals? Somebody type yes or yes in the chat box. Is the answer yes or is it yes? Anybody on this call have some goals? I hope I'm among the right community. Listen, it is so vital, ladies and gentlemen, that regardless of what your goal is, that regardless of what it is that you're looking to accomplish, you have to start in the mind first. It's a mentality, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Imagine having $1 trillion supercomputer and you didn't even know how to use it. Imagine if you had access to a computer or a device that would grant you your deepest desires, that would allow you to be able to accomplish whatever it is that you wanted, but you weren't aware of how to use it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know how to use something, right, we call that abuse. If you don't know how to actually use something, ladies and gentlemen, then that thing is, effectively useless if you don't know how to properly and effectively put it to use. So I really want to know who's interested in this topic of unlocking the abilities of your mind. Is anybody interested? Does anybody have a genuine interest, right, in a desire to understand how to actually use your mind? What are the abilities of my mind? What is my brain capable of? What is it that I can summon? What is it that I can achieve and accomplish with my mind? Okay. So the first thing is this: if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, please. If you get some value today, hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe, right? Share this with somebody else. We do have a Discord server where you guys can always see the Zoom links. I know some of you guys see this on Instagram Live, some of y'all see it on Facebook Live, some of you guys see it on a story, but you can actually get the Zoom link right inside of our free Discord server. And I'm gonna get into this thing, man. So listen, if you guys see the slide, you can screenshot it, but I'm gonna go back and forth between slides and just talking to you. Okay, so for the first 5 seconds or whatever, go ahead, get your screenshot, whatever. But I'm just gonna have a conversation with you and be real about what it is, that we're discussing. So the first thing, when you're talking about the mind, ladies and gentlemen, let's really kind of break down what it is. It's the decision maker, right? Your mind is the decision maker, right? It's extremely powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Give you an example, right? There was a football team, and I want you guys to follow me here. There was a football team, and this football team, one day their coach decided to tell them something to the effect of, somebody on the team has gotten, very badly sick. So the coach told the football team, hey, somebody just got infected with this. Somebody just got infected, right, with this particular disease, and it's very contagious. It's fast spreading, and you should probably all get checked out. Right. So ladies and gentlemen, this football team, they all went to go get checked out. They all went to see the doctor. And ladies and gentlemen, would you believe that among 1 week, 2 weeks, by the end of 2 weeks, everybody had actually had symptoms. Everybody was feeling bad. Everybody had something that was wrong with them. Everybody said, man, this hurts, man, I feel this way. And this was after the span of 2 weeks. When they finally went in to see the doctor, ladies and gentlemen, the doctor had told them there was no disease. Right. But the mind, ladies and gentlemen, had created it in their head. How many guys know? And I don't want to get, I'll say this, right? How many guys know somebody that whenever they feel like something is wrong, they turn a molehill into a mountain? Somebody type, yep, in the chat box. How many guys know somebody like that? They found out that somebody that they're related to is sick, and now all of a sudden they're just coughing, they're sneezing. Oh my goodness, I think I need to go into the hospital. Okay, how many guys know somebody like this, right? Or even maybe there's a disease going around in the public, and then now, right, everybody somehow believes that they're sick. Ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to express to you? It's the power of the mind. It's the power of the mind. Okay. So this is why, ladies and gentlemen, that companies will spend $2.4 billion on a 30-second Super Bowl commercial to get you to buy something. Has anybody ever looked at that and thought that was kind of crazy? I know for me, I definitely at times I'm like, wow, they spending billions of dollars for 30 seconds, right, on a Super Bowl commercial. I think Coinbase had ran a Super Bowl commercial, I think this most recent Super Bowl, and crashed the app, right? Because of the powers of the mind. They had a QR code floating across the screen on, I don't know if it was related or not. I doubt it was. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I can't remember. But the point is, right, the power of the mind. You look at a movie theater and they can show you something for 5 seconds. They can flash something in front of your face for 2 seconds. And next thing you know, everybody is getting up to go and buy some Coca-Cola. Everybody's going to get up and buy another bag of popcorn. Why? Because they know how to suggest things to your mind. That's how powerful the mind is. You don't even know what happened, right? But they were advertising something to you, and that seed was planted and it sprouted up and it grew. Okay. So the mind associates pictures, ladies and gentlemen, with feelings, right? That's why maybe in a scary movie, in a horror movie, they can show you and flash you a certain picture and it makes you jump. How many guys have ever been in a movie theater and, you saw maybe something pop up from around the corner and it made you jump? How many of y'all are jumpers, man? Let me know. Type of Yes, in the chat box. How many of y'all are jumpers, man? Tell the truth. I know some of y'all be jumping in the movie theater. What's my point though? They show you a picture that makes you jump. They show you something very abstract, something unorthodox, something creepy, something spooky, whatever, and it makes you jump. It makes you freak out. Okay, so that's the power of the mind. So what are we learning so far? We know that the mind is very powerful. We know that the mind is the decision maker. We know that the mind takes a picture and it creates a feeling. Okay, but moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to see how your brain really, really works. Okay, and you guys are more than welcome to screenshot this if you want. Okay, I will leave this up here for a second. What's up, Instagram? How y'all doing, man? Natasha is on Facebook. She said, I'm a straight jumper. Yeah, Caitlin's out here. What's up? What's up? Okay, so listen, you decide, ladies and gentlemen, you decide a focus, and the focus creates a feeling. So you don't decide your feelings. Some of us were confused about, man, I just feel, like I'm at the mercy of my feelings. I don't know how to control the way that I feel. How many guys have ever felt powerless and helpless about the way that you feel? Right? Something happened that day, something happened. It's funny because the mind is so powerful, ladies and gentlemen. We call it a bad day, but what did we actually do? We took a bad moment and we turned that bad moment into a bad hour. And we turn that bad hour into a bad day. And we turn that bad day sometimes into a bad week. We didn't have a bad day. We didn't have a bad week. We didn't know how to control our mind. Okay. So you don't decide your feelings, you decide your focus, and the focus decides the feeling. Okay. Now follow me here, because remember, you want to get somewhere in life. You have a goal that you want to accomplish. You have a goal that you want to achieve, but I'm trying to break it down to you and make it simple. If you don't know how to control your mind, ask any high achiever, ask any winner. How many guys are aware that your mind has stopped you from going somewhere that you want to go before? Type of AOTK in the chat. King Dave, what's up, brother? Okay. King Kelsey, what's up? How many guys are aware that your brain, your mind has stopped you from getting to where it is that you want to go before? Okay, the mind, ladies and gentlemen, is extremely powerful and it's pertinent to everything that you want to accomplish and achieve. It's pertinent and relevant to your quality of life. Okay? So the mind cannot create a feeling, it can create a focus, and the focus creates a feeling. Put it to you this way, I've said it before. You can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest in your hair. Somebody say, aha, in the chat box. I said, you can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest in your hair. Okay, so the wounded mind, how many guys ever had a wounded mind? The wounded mind is a horrifying experience. Absolutely. Rachel Cole, she says, control your mind and control your life. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with that more. Okay. The wounded mind is a horrifying experience. How many guys ever been inside and imprisoned by a wounded mind? Somebody better tell the truth in the chat. Okay. Having a wounded mind, right? Terrible. Okay. How many guys ever been through a season in your life you felt like your mind was wounded? You felt like, you kept replaying the same negative experiences over and over and over. Okay. This is the power of the mind, though, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Moving forward, I want to tell you guys that you decide what you do with your mind. Okay. So you can renew it regardless of how wounded that your mind may be, regardless of past trauma that you may have experienced. My experience has been this: even though you can put yourself in the right mind frame, how many guys were in the right mind frame? You were going strong, you were moving, everything was going amazing, and you sunk back into that place that you did not want to be mentally. How many guys got to a new frequency, a new vibration? You felt amazing, but then you went back to your previous state of mind that had you in the place that you were before, the place that you wanted so desperately to escape. How many guys have ever backtracked in terms of mind frame, mind state, mentality. My experience, ladies and gentlemen, is that you have to constantly renew your mind. Okay. So you decide what you do with your mind. So if you don't feel the best, if you're not, the most positive person, you can change that, but you have to renew it. How do you renew it? I like to say saturation education, right? So you put information or saturation of information, whatever you put in front of you, put it in front of you so much, eventually it's going to create thoughts. Those thoughts will create words. Those words will then create the world around you. But you must constantly renew the mind. Okay. Now I want to get into some word. You see, Philippians 2:5 says, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus." So you must see that your heart part, right? Your longing and your passion for good is at war with your mind. You have to understand that. There's your mind and there's your heart. So you have to know that there's a war going on every single day. The battle is for your mind. The battle is not really of flesh and blood. The battle is of your mind, what your thoughts are, because your thoughts are things. So the mind, ladies and gentlemen, give an example. It doesn't get saved when you do. Right? That's something that you have to actively live out. That's something that you have to actively walk. It's a walk. It's a journey, as is anything worth accomplishing or having in life. And when you give your life, ladies and gentlemen, right? When you have to respect the power of it. You have to understand how powerful that your mind is. You have to understand that you can take a seed and turn it into a harvest. Right? It can take a feeling and turn it into a tragedy. So let me express to you why this is so important. For every single one of you that's watching me on Facebook, Instagram, and Zoom, the purpose of understanding how to unlock the abilities of your mind is so that you can wield it as a weapon for good. So that you can wield it. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you, when I got started, really wanting to achieve big in my life, the biggest thing that was stopping me was my mind. How many guys have heard it said, I've heard millionaires say becoming a millionaire was not the hardest part. That was easy, right? They say becoming a millionaire wasn't hard at all. It was believing that I could that was difficult. It was believing that I could that was hard. Why? Because it's all on the mind. Okay. So I want you guys to follow me here. The battle of your life is for the mind, and the battle of the mind is for your focus. So I want you to understand something. No matter what you want to accomplish, no matter what it is that you're looking to achieve, if you can put your focus mentally where it's supposed to be, you can achieve it. But I want you to think back to the last time you had a big goal. I want you guys to think back to the last time you had a New Year's resolution. Jonathan Loss, what's up, my brother? Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. How many guys just think back to the last New Year's resolution? Think back to the last time you said, man, I'm going to the moon. Man, I'm going to the top. And I'm going to do this thing in 30 days. Think back to the last time you said that, please. Okay. And let me tell you what it is that happened, ladies and gentlemen, without even knowing. Maybe I don't know you personally. What happened, ladies and gentlemen, is you took your mind off of what it is that you were going to accomplish. The only reason men and women fail is broken focus. Right? So now tell me, how important is it to unlock the abilities of the mind? Now tell me how important it is to understand how to use your mind. Right? So your mind has the power to collect, to retrieve, to replay, to maximize, to minimize. This is the power that your brain has, ladies and gentlemen. All powers of the adversary, the enemy, are on the mind, right? All of the attacks that the enemy may make against you in your life is for your mind. Can I prove it to you? Satan doesn't grab your hand. He attacks the mind. Why? He doesn't try to destroy your house. He doesn't try to come and take your car, right? He just wants your mind. Because if he can get your mind, he can get the car and house and everything else. So now tell me how important it is to unlock the abilities of your mind. Right? So listen, if you don't know the war that you're fighting, there's no way that you can win the war. But once you begin to understand, okay, I see what it is that I'm dealing with. I see what it is that I'm up against. Now you're equipped to actually fight this fight. Now you know, ladies, there's a reason why 97% of people are in one category and 3% of people are in another category. Right? And it all has to do with the mind, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, and I'll share this with you guys because I know I haven't shown you every single slide. Okay. Look at the power of the mind. Right? Your brain, ladies and gentlemen, your mind, it'll suggest things to you. It'll make you hostage. Okay? It will sabotage all of your good thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. It'll make you question the good in your life. How many of you guys ever felt attacked by your own mind? Let me be the first to say yes. How many guys felt like, man, like, sheesh, man, like your brain is just attacking you. Your mind is just attacking you. I like to tell people doubt is one of the best salesmen in the world. Why? Because it shows up at your door every single day to make you doubt yourself, to make you doubt your dreams, to make you doubt your beliefs, to make you second guess, to make you overthink, to give you analysis paralysis. It's just, it's suffering, ladies and gentlemen, when you don't know how to control your mind. I actually feel I feel very, very, very deeply, for those who have no control over their mind. That's another reason I'm passionate about teaching this type of information, because it's not about, listen, right? Let's just talk business, for example, ladies and gentlemen. You can know all of the technical things. Some of you guys are maybe even wonder, man, I know that script so well. Man, I got my wordplay so good. Why isn't it working for me? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're starting with the wrong thing. It's the mind, ladies and gentlemen. You could be like, can I put it to you this way? Success is actually 90% spiritual, right? And 10% physical, technical. It's 90% mindset and it's 10% skill set. You cannot know what it is that you're doing, but as long as your mind is in the right place, ladies and gentlemen, you will effectively win to some degree, because the mentality is the most important. It's so funny because I used to hear this over and over again. I said, wait a minute, there's no way that they can be telling the truth. Tell me the one-liner. Tell me some sort of a special script, right, to change my life. Well, it doesn't matter who you are on this call watching me, whether it's the replay, whether you're watching it live. More important than anything is your mentality, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So the law of displacement. Some of you guys are like, well, Malachi, I deal with these thoughts and I deal with these challenges and I just deal with, my mind every single day. How do I get rid of the darkness? How do I drive out the darkness? Can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that the entry of light forces the exit of darkness? The entry of light forces the exit of darkness. Again, let me give you some word for that. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Okay, so I want to break that down to you in a way that you can understand it. Right? Imagine trying to tell somebody, don't think about this. You're going to think about that, right? Don't focus on that. You're going to focus on that. Hey, like watch this, right? None of you at all. None of you think about an elephant. All of you just thought of an elephant. Okay. So what's my point? In order to drive out the darkness, you must actually focus on the light. In order to drive out what's negative, you must focus on what's positive, right? The word says, think on these things. Whatever is lovely, whatever is pure, whatever is admirable. So there is no such thing as just not thinking about something. You can't, again, I gave you the example earlier about the bird. Okay. So for every bad thought, it must be replaced with a good thought. Come on, I'm giving you practicality, right? I'm giving you guys something you can leave with and you can actually fight this battle with. So I know because listen, right? I know right now in your life, everything may not be perfect. I know right now in your life, everything may not be going the way that you wanted to go. So I'm not telling you not to think about it. I'm telling you to think on what's positive. I'm telling you to think on what's admirable. Makes sense? Type of AOTK in the chat box, man. Come on, who's with me? Who's with me? I see Natasha's on here. She's with me. Rachel's on here. She's with me. King Kelsey's with me. Somebody type of AOTK in the chat if you are tracking with me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's go. Josh Johnson's with us. Philip Reader's with us. Come on. Okay. So listen, I'm going to continue to move forward. Right. Hey, so listen, the only way to change your life is through the renewing of your mind. Okay. The only way to change your life is through the renewing of your mind. So to be transformed, right, means to have your nature changed to be suitable for a new purpose. I love that. To be transformed, right, means to have your nature changed to be suitable for a new purpose. How many guys want God to do a new thing in your life? How many guys are ready for God to do a new thing in your life? And let me give you some more word. Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. So what do we learn from that? We learned that in order for anything to change, ladies and gentlemen, we have to change. Haven't you heard that before? Okay, but it's going to be through the renewing of your mind. If you want a new life, you need a new perspective. If you want new results, you need new perspective, a new way of looking at things. Okay, so it's going to be the renewing of your mind. So some of you guys said, well, Malachi, man, I watched last week's call. Cool, you need to renew your mind again. Well, hey, man, I watched the call on Saturday, but I forgot about it by Wednesday. All right, you need to look at another call. You need to read another book. You need to listen to another audio. This is, I mean, it's biblical. You have to renew your mind again and again and again. Okay, with the right information, of course. Right? And so moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you this. What you can conceive, you can achieve. And those of you guys on Instagram and Facebook, don't worry. You'll be able to see most of these slides on YouTube on the replay. Those of you guys on Zoom, again, I bring it up so you can see it briefly. Okay? So listen, if we look at Genesis 11:6, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing will be restrained to you, from which you have imagined to do. So it's what you can imagine, it's what you can conceive, you can actually achieve. See, can I submit to you that a lot of people don't achieve what they want to achieve because they can't imagine it, because they haven't gone there in their mind first? The mind cannot even differentiate from that which is imagined and that which is experienced. Okay, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, how many guys been laying in the bed at night and you heard somebody break in the crib? You heard somebody break in the house, and all of a sudden your fists clench up and you're like, yo, if I can just get me a fork, right? Okay, right? I'm just giving you an example, right? This is what it is that you're thinking in your mind, ladies and gentlemen. But what did I just tell you? I said the mind can't differentiate between reality and that which has been imagined. It can't differentiate, okay, from the truth and a lie. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, you can watch a scary movie, you can watch a horror movie, and you know it's not real. You know that, but you're still tense. You're still looking around. Some of you guys still turn the light off in the house and you run down the hallway. Okay. You know, ladies and gentlemen, that what you saw was a movie, right? But see, the mind is so powerful. Guys, you know that there was a woman who was able to pick up a car and her child was stuck. Child was trapped beneath the car, right? Child was in harm's way, her baby. And this woman was able to pick up a 200-pound car, ladies and gentlemen, just to free her child. She was later tested for her strength. Excuse me, the car was obviously, much more than 200 pounds, but she was tested later for her strength, and she couldn't lift more than 200 pounds. But see, the mind, ladies and gentlemen, will give us a supernatural ability. The mind, ladies and gentlemen, will put us in a place to do things we never otherwise thought that we could do. Okay? And as we wrap this up here in the next 5 minutes or so, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that stress affects the mind. Okay? Let me tell you that stress affects the mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you guys on Zoom, obviously you guys can go ahead and save this if you want. Rob, I see you, brother. What's up? Shemaya's on the call. Jordy's on the call. I keep all lights on for watching a scary movie. I love it. Okay. So listen, right? Stress affects the mind. The mind is a magnet for knowledge. Okay. So the power to see, to distinguish difference, right? There was a test that was conducted, right? So again, this is again some of that. I think it's called subliminal marketing, something of that nature. But in the theater, right, they can show you. Like, give you an example. I know I'm not the only one. How many guys have seen a commercial and they promoted a toothpaste? But before they got to the toothpaste, they showed you like something completely unrelated for the first 30 seconds, first 29 seconds. And on that 30th second, it was the toothpaste. How many guys seen them marketing a burger, and for the first 29 seconds, they showed you something completely unrelated, and at the end, they showed you the burger? Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, what it is that they're doing is they're connecting their product, they're connecting their service with a feeling. Why? Because they understand the power of the mind. They know that once we can get a feeling, they know that once they can associate what it is that they're selling with something we already like or we already want, we're going to be more inclined to like that thing as well. Okay. So again, that's the power of the mind. Okay. So there was actually a law made against it to prevent companies from controlling people's behavior through subliminal marketing, subliminal advertising. Okay. Guys, the TV itself can plant seeds for the desire. Like, that's crazy, right? That's actually crazy. Because I like to tell folks, when you look at the TV, man, they can give you something you didn't even know. That they can give you something you didn't even know you received. You can see something you didn't even realize that you had intook it. You didn't realize that it took root within you, in your spirit. I like to tell folks, they call it television because it tells your vision. So you got to be very, very careful what it is that you feed your mind, what you allow into your ear gate, into your eye gate. Right? It can plant desires that you never even thought you would have. All because of what it is that you're feeding the mind. Okay? We're about to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to give y'all some more word here before we wrap up. Okay? Athletes, ladies and gentlemen, you look at like even a Tony Robbins working with some of the greatest athletes. You look at an Eric Thomas. You look at a Ed Milet, right? I mean, some of these guys are working with pro athletes and they're working on their mind. They'll spend lots of money, right, for these individuals to come in and be able to work with their mind. Athletes that begin to work with their mind develop an almost supernatural ability. This is how teams can come back by 20 points in the last 5 minutes. Have you guys ever seen that? You ever been watching a sports game and at the very end, out of nowhere in the fourth quarter, the team comes back by 20 points? What you think? That's just raw skill and ability? No, it's the mind, ladies and gentlemen. They created a scenario in their mind. They saw it in their mind, so they went out there and accomplished it. Why am I telling you this? Well, you can do it too. You can, but again, you got to unlock the abilities of your mind. You got to know how it works. And you got to know how to get the most out of it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me give you some more word. You guys can see this slide here. Okay. Y'all can see this slide here, and I'm gonna move forward in just a second. What's up, IG? What's up, IG? Okay. Repetition is a persuader of the mind. So one of the best things you guys can do, and please hear me when I say this. I hope you guys, does anybody, I want to make sure, are we picking up what I'm putting down today? Do we see how this is applicable to your life? I'm not talking about your life, but I'm talking about your life. Does that make sense? Repetition is a persuader of the mind. So every time you think a thought, a very small groove is actually made on your gray matter. You can't see it with the natural eye, but a groove is actually made on your brain matter. So if you think that same thought again and again and again, it drives the groove in deeper. Okay. It makes a deeper imprint on you. That thought begins to then guide your behavior, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me here. Okay. That then becomes habitual and it gains strength. How many guys got a bad habit that you just can't seem to break? Guys, we are habitual creatures, ladies and gentlemen. We do things by habit as humans. So you must be very careful what you allow to yourself to think again and again and again, what you allow to run through your mind again and again and again, because eventually it will take root, it will gain strength, and it will become a habit. But can I tell you, the same way that you have bad habits, you guys can also develop great habits. You can use the same power, the same strength and ability to create a habit that'll change your life. What you keep hearing, you begin to believe. Deuteronomy 6:6-9. And you must commit yourselves wholeheartedly in these commands that I am giving you today. Repeat them again and again to your children. Talk about them when you are at home and when you are on the road, when you are going to bed, and when you're getting up. Tie them to your hands and wear them on your forehead as reminders. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to keep it in front of you. You got to keep on hearing it. You got to keep on observing it, okay, for it to take root. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you some more. Embrace the best and let go of the rest. So magnify what is good in the mind, right? Magnify what it is that's good in the mind. 2 Timothy 2:12. A lot of word today. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also deny us. Right? There is more. I like to say there's more to the gospel than take up the cross. Okay, so whatever is good in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, magnify that. Right? Whatever is negative, reduce that. Right? All battles of life are inside the mind. Hebrews 12:1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin so that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Guys, your mind, let us run with perseverance. Do I have anybody willing to persevere towards their goals? Do I have anybody who's willing to persist towards their goals? Your mind focus decides what you're able to rise up over. It's the focus. It's not what's actually happening in your life. It's not the obstacle that's in front of you. It's not the fact that your car, right, has broken down. It's not the fact that your rent is due. It's not the fact that, hey, this is going on in your personal life. This is going on in your family life. It's the focus that decides what it is that you're able to rise up over. If you can conquer what's inside your head, you can conquer anything. It's only a problem if you made it a problem. Okay. 3 keys to working on your mind, ladies and gentlemen. Pictures. God said to Abraham, look up at the sky and count the stars. If indeed you can count them, so shall your offspring be. If you can conceive it, ladies and gentlemen, if you can picture it, you don't get what you want in life, you get what you can picture. Pictures create a feeling. The pictures on your wall are controlling your mind. If Adam and Eve ate the acceptable fruit, there would have been no hunger for the forbidden fruit. Again, that gets into, to drive out darkness, there must be the presence of light. Okay. So your words, ladies and gentlemen, your pictures, one of the best things I can recommend to you, whatever you're looking to achieve, whatever you're looking to accomplish, you should have pictures of it, ladies and gentlemen. You should be able to see it around you, right? You have somebody, I had a mentor. They asked that mentor, they said, hey man, listen, how did you get to where it is that you are today? Follow me here, guys. He says, I saw it. He said, I saw it. You take that word saw, S-A-W, you run it back, that's W-A-S. He said, I was already there. But can you see it first? Did you go there in your mind first? I told you that your mind cannot differentiate between what it is that's imagined and what it is that's experienced in real time. Okay? So words, pictures, Isaiah 26:3, you keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. Okay? Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got some value today, go ahead and type some AOTKs in the chat box. I see y'all all on here, man. What up, what up, what up? I see each and every single one of you. It's amazing to have you here this morning. Instagram, I see you. Facebook, I see you. Guys, listen, again, if you got some value, share this with somebody else. Be a blessing to somebody else's life, right? I'm going to post the recording. It should be up within the next couple of hours. And I will post it inside of the Discord server. I will also post it to the YouTube channel. Hey, share it with somebody else, right? Be a blessing to somebody else. Partner with us. Help us get the word out about this platform. The goal above all else is to show people that if you practice God's principles, you can participate in his promises. So before I listen to what a guru says, how many guys are interested in what God says? Okay. So that being said, I will see you guys back again next Saturday. And I love each and every single one of you, and there's nothing you can do.